Good afternoon. Recently, Geotab has made a change to their Surfsight add-in, so it is now under their native of what they're calling their native add-in. We'd like to take a few minutes to go over some of these changes for you so you have a better idea of where to find your information and how to find it and get comfortable with the changes that were made. First and foremost, you will no longer have your Surfsight add-in menu. Your cameras now will be found under Safety. You go to Safety and then Cameras and Videos. In Camera, you will see where you have a list of all your cameras. You will see your camera detail, the asset that is attached to. Your recording health is now right in front of you here, and then the status. There are three statuses as similar to before. However, there is a slight difference. What used to be considered standby mode is now called online. What used to be online is now active. To first and foremost, when you first get these, you would want to go into your fleet-wide camera settings. This allows you to set up your camera settings in the basic information such as miles, time frame, or your time format, if you want your audio turned on, if you want your driver-facing camera recording. So it'll allow you to do that kind of thing. Go into your individual cameras, or you can click on a certain cameras that you would like to, and then you can go to edit select cameras, or if it's just one camera, you just can click directly to the camera, and you will now go to event settings. This will show you where you can choose what events you want on, how you want them to work. So to start with, first and foremost, these will default to video on request when you are first converted over. So you definitely want to go in and set these according to your company policies. The events themselves are pretty much the same thing. There is a difference with what you can choose, whereas before you were able to choose a snapshot. That is no longer available. You will have off, which means the event will not trigger, it will not record, it will not report. Your video on request is what used to be an event only, so it'll produce simply an event and a notification to let you know what happened. And then in a video automatic upload is a 10-second video that will auto load directly to the cloud. There are a couple different changes in the wording of what the events are. First, what used to be the SOS button or button pushed is now called general driver concern. Your cover open used to be tamper, and this is where you would go if somebody was opening up the side panel of your camera. What used to be vibration is now called jolt. So as I said, you want to go in and either turn these on, off, or put them to video upload. Once you have your choices, you will click save. When you have all of your events set up, you would go to video rules. Your video rules here will show you your Geotab rules that you can currently have on, as well as any of the rules for your camera that you have set on to event or to camera video upload. For your Geotab, you simply would turn those on and off if you would like a 10-second clip if a Geotab event went through. For your camera rules, to be able to see an event only, or to be able to get reporting and to get notifications, you do need to turn these on. You would simply turn them on here by just clicking the button, and then you would hit apply. When you turn these on, they will now go into your Geotab under groups and rules. If you go to rules, this is where all your Geotab rules are. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see this is where your camera rules are now set. Again, they will be need to put in here if you do want to receive a notification or if you do want to see them on a reporting, which we will show in just a moment. One nice advance that has come with this, you can now control some of these rules, where before it was set in stone, there was no modifications to them. Now you can make modifications to these. For instance, if you have a speeding over 77 or a speeding event, You can now put it in that if you wanted a certain speed, if you wanted a certain time frame to it, so it allows you more ability to be able to control things. When all that is done, you can go into your exceptions. Your exceptions is going to show a list of all events that have taken place. So you can go in here, click your options, and it's going to give you a drop down to choose today, yesterday, this week, last week, this month, last month, or you can custom range it. You can pick which vehicles you want to take a look at. You can even take a look at, I want to look at a specific rule. So we're just going to take a couple of these and we're going to look at this week. I'm going to look at all rules. And this is going to give me a list now of exceptions that occurred per vehicle. So for vehicle 08, these were the rules. You can see in blue, these are the ones that are your camera rules. The ones in red are your Geotab rules. It will tell you what rule it was. It'll give you information, how many miles, how many times it occurred. So for instance, under speeding, for this particular one, it happened for 24 miles and it was 20 times. If you click on the down arrow, it's going to go even further into detail. It's going to show you what date it happened and the time. You can click on this and it'll drop it even more into detail. So it's going to give you more detail on where it occurred to, the location, date and time. So here's your location, how long it was, the date and time of it, as well as giving you a map. You can also go directly to the camera feed from here and be able to request a video if you need to. So we're going to go back to cameras and videos. So for the events that were created that were video clips, you can go directly to Video Center. And this is going to show you a clip, your 10-second clip of that event that triggered. Again, you have a drop down so you can pick what date that you need. You can click on what vehicle you need or what driver, or if you're looking for a specific exception, you can do that as well. And then you simply click on your video and it's going to show you both your front and rear view mirror. So this particular one is lens obstructed, so it's showing you that. So the next thing we want to go into is how to pull recordings. In the past, you went into a recordings menu and pulled it up that way. Geotab has changed that now. You will now choose this off the map itself. So when you have a recording that you would like to pull, you go to your camera details, find the IMEI number that you need the recording for, and click on your three dots. This here will allow you to view trips. You go to view trips. It's going to bring up the map, and from here you can do the same thing as others. You can look at your options. You can look at today, yesterday, this week. If you know the exact time and location, you can do that as well in your customs. So when you click on your trips, so we're just simply going to look at camera 2, and I want to look at yesterday. So this is going to break down your trips, the time that it started, the time that it ended, how long it lasted, how many miles they went. So right now I can click on the particular trip. It's going to give me the breadcrumb trail here to show what direction your driver went into and what route he took. To get your video, you will go through here and this will tell you exactly where it happened and then the time and date that it happened with. It even tells you what weather was for that time. So if I want to take a video and I know it was for 6:17 at 11:17 in the morning. So you hover over where you want it, click on it, left click, and then it's going to pop up another menu for you. Here you can request a 30-second video recording, or you can request a custom video recording, which allows you to take up to a 4-minute clip. When you do click here, simply it lets you take your time. So your date, your time, and how long you would like that recording to last. Again, you can do up to a full 4 minutes, and then you can hit view recording, and it'll give you an option to download as well. One other thing that you now have the ability to do is reports. Reports could be a little complicated within Geotab, but now that we do have your camera rules set in your rule groups, we are able to build reports for you as well. So this is a nice option that's allowed. This concludes our training on this. As always, we are here for you. If you ever need additional training, simply let us know and we are more than happy to help.